Now let's take a look at picture view more in depth than the introduction. Click on the picture view icon in the Kidspiration starter screen. Like it said in the overview, it starts with a main idea. It's already highlighted in black, which means all you have to do is start typing and it will replace the words main idea with whatever your main idea is. So I'm going to do a little brainstorming session on what my favorite things are. Once you have the word in and you want to add symbols off of it, I've got the sound on so it's going to talk to us, which is what you can use with the kids. If you don't want it to talk to you, I think it's under, I've got to find it. I'll have to figure out where the turn the sound off is. I kind of forgot. So add symbol. Now notice it just added a symbol up here because I didn't have this symbol selected. I want symbols off this one, so I'm going to delete this one. You have to have the symbol that you want the symbols to be off of. Like for example, this is my main idea and I want to put subtopics off of it. So I have to have this symbol selected. Now I can go to add symbol and I can click how many subtopics I want of my favorites. So when I click on this one, if I want to type sports, once is selection. You see the 4 selection boxes. This allows you to move the symbol around, and it also, once a symbol is selected, allows you to format it down on the format menu. This is for all the font parts, but if you want to change the look of the symbol, you can make the outside line thicker, you could change the color of the outside line, and you could change the fill color. If you want to do this to more than one symbol, for example, you want all your subtopics to look the same, if you hold the Shift key down and then click on the symbols while holding the Shift key down, you can select more than one. This way, you can format multiple symbols at the same time. So I can now all make them with a fat line, with a pink outline, and with a blue inside. There we go. Now if I want to type in these symbols, you have to click a second time. Once select, second time, now you can see your text box and I can type in what I want. Sports, once to select for formatting, second time, text box, so I can put food. Once for formatting, twice for text box. Hobbies, once for formatting, twice for text box. Now I'll do books. So now we have how you can make symbols and how you can format them. If I want to change the font, just say I want my main idea to look bigger, I can just go down the up arrows and notice it resizes the symbol. I can also make it bold, I can make it italic, I can make it underlined, or I could change the color of the font. Remember, it just has to be selected. The one you want needs the red boxes around it. So now if I want to make some symbols off of sports, once to select, add symbol, notice it's following the same color of my sports symbols. So food, add symbol, hobbies, add symbol, books, add symbol. Remember, if I want to change the color of these for whatever reason, I can select one or hold the Shift key down to select multiples and go down to the formatting and change the color, outline color and fill color. So you can differentiate your diagram visually for your students, or you have your students differentiate it visually by using the different colors. Well, what kids really like is also the symbol library, which is over here. And you can make any symbol into a symbol from the symbol library. So if I want to go to sports, you have one of 2 ways of looking through. You can arrow through all the menus, which would take forever. Or if you use this down arrow, it'll show you all the different categories. And if you put your cursor over it, you can see there's tons of subheadings as well. So there's lots and lots. There's over 3,000. So I'm going to go to school because I know that's where sports is. And I want to change this into one of these sports icons. All I have to do is click on it and it changes into the soccer ball. If I don't like where the subtopics are, all I have to do is click and I can move them. Simple as that. I can go to food, and if I don't want to look through all the libraries, there's a search box up here. And I can click on it, type in food, and click find. And it'll find me things that have to do with food. If I'm not sure of what the icon is because it's kind of small, if I put my cursor over it, see how it brings it up over to the right? So here's a general food one. I can click on it and now my food is food. And I can drag the other symbols out so I can make it look a little better. Books, I could type in books and click find. Finds me my books. If I don't like this book, I can change it to any number of different books that I might want. Just remember to make sure the symbol that you want to click on, oops, I didn't want to make hobbies books, even though I do like to read. Remember, whatever symbol's clicked on is the one that you are altering or formatting. So I'm going to look for movies, and I'm going to change that books into some popcorn because I like movies. Now you have some idea of how to deal with formatting your symbols using the symbol library, using the formatting tool. Just remember the couple things. Once to select for formatting, or make sure it's the symbol that you want to create symbols off of is selected. A second time lets you type. So selecting and looking for those red selection boxes is really important. If you just want to make a symbol not connected to any symbol, you can click anywhere and see where the little X is, and you click add symbol, it'll add a symbol there. And notice it adds the symbol just like the last one you made, but you can format it. Now if you wanted to link the symbol for some reason, like you by accident made it, here's the add link. It's a little tricky. You click link symbols and notice this one's selected, so it's making it from here to here. Now if I want my arrows in another direction, see how you can tell the arrow is selected, not selected? Selected, you get a selection box and you get two little points at the end. I can make the arrow change the direction, make it arrow two-headed, make it have no heads, or change the direction of the arrows as well. So you've got a couple things you can do. So with the, or I can have no arrows at all. So if I click, I can also change the width of the line and I can change the color of the line. So once again, the selecting is important. So if I have this arrow selected, see I've got the two boxes here. What are my choices? My choices are what arrowheads, the line width, and the color. You also can add captions to an arrow for whatever reason. The best, maybe it's the best food. And watch, I can change, if it'll let me, of course it's a little big, I can change the size of the font. And I can change the font. So you can caption arrows for whatever reason. Maybe you're doing something on a big process in science and the arrows mean something, or you're explaining a math way to do a math problem or a series of formulas and you want the arrow to say something. So I'll say it again. You click on the arrow, you can tell it's selected because it has the little squares in the corner, and once to select for any formatting you want to do, and the second time gives you the text box to type in it. Same thing with formatting the arrows. You can click and hold a shift key down and select multiple arrows if you want to change a bunch of arrows and make them a different color. Okay? I hope that helps. Oh, one last thing, I always forget this for some basics. To put a kid's name on it, there's a couple different ways. You could just click and you could actually, when you're done searching, you can click done and it'll take you back to all. You can make a text box symbol right here and just have the kids put in their name if you want. Or they can make it in any kind of bubble for their name. But there's also another way up here, student name. If you click on it, it gives you a box to type the student name in, for the students to type their name in. And also if you want it, so if I want it centered, then you can click OK. The one thing is, it doesn't actually show the name on the paper till it prints out. which is kind of a pain. So if you want to make sure the kids have their names in the paper, you might, especially if you're making the activity, make a box for them to put in or ask them to click where you want to. Because remember, to put a symbol that's not connected, just click where you want it, click on the symbol, and this is just a plain text box and they can type their name. I hope this gives you a good idea of some of the basics of the picture view.